Back to the 207 Kitchen at Main Studios. Gwenda Pryor is with us in the kitchen today. She is from the Pryor House Bed and Breakfast in Bath. We did the numbers. Over the years, she has made thousands and thousands and thousands of breakfasts for her guests. She's making breakfast for us today. Puff pastry scrambled eggs, right?
Yes.
And what do you like about this dish, Gwenda?
I like it because it's a variation on your typical scrambled eggs. So while you are doing that, it's not quite done yet because you can tell the consistency isn't as dry as you like it.
Right.
You're going to add your cheeses and whatever things you want to mix into it. Today I'm using some goat cheese.
Okay, and all we've got going here is scrambled eggs, and we had some...
green onions.
Green onions, that's it.
Yep.
All right, so in goes the cream cheese.
This is actually goat cheese.
Goat cheese, I beg your pardon.
I find it just gives it a little bit of a tangier taste than what like cream cheese would. You can put cream cheese in too. That wouldn't be a bad thing. But today we're using goat cheese.
Okay.
So go ahead and
Should
keep
I stir
on.
this a little bit?
Yep. You just want it to melt in there a little bit. And then I have measured out half a cup of grated cheese. We're going to put half of this in when it's at this point.
Okay.
And the other half we're going to put on the top.
Got
so
it.
We're going to save that out. And then if you want some meat, you could put bacon. I have chopped ham today.
I would have to think that for someone like you, who, no exaggeration, because you've had the Pryor House for 25 years and have been making breakfast for your guests for whatever, 200, 250, 300 days a year. So you've done countless breakfasts. So you like things like this, where you can change the ingredients depending on what the customer wants. So if the customer is vegetarian, then you can leave out the ham. If the customer wants extra ham, then you can accommodate them. So
yeah, this is a good recipe for that because you can choose, what you want to. There's lots of options. So at this point, you can take it off the heat.
Okay.
And we're going to put about 2 tablespoons of the egg mixture onto our puff pastry sheet. And what I've done with this is I rolled it out to a 12 by 12 inch square and cut it into 9 segments so that it's just the right size to put about 2 tablespoons of the scrambled egg mixture in it. And just, from corner to corner, kind of like that. And we're just, for the essence of time, we're just going to make 3 right now.
I was going to ask you, if you were doing this the way you do it at the bed and breakfast, and we're doing 9 of these puff pastries in all, what would you estimate for total preparation time for this dish?
I would say maybe 15 minutes prep, and then you're going to put these in the oven for about 15 minutes.
Okay.
And at this point, what you're going to do is I have a little bit of egg that's mixed up, and I forgot my pastry brush at home. Normally I'd use a pastry brush. I'm just going to dip my finger into the egg. You're going to put the egg on one corner, bring the opposite corner. Hopefully you can see that.
Yep.
And then
and that coheres.
That keeps it together. And then the final thing that you're going to do with your pastry brush is put this egg on top of these puff pastries, and then you're going to sprinkle it with a little cheese, throw it in the oven on a baking pan sheet, like a cookie sheet, and you want to, I usually use parchment paper before I put them on the cookie sheet.
Okay.
And I spray it with a little bit of cooking spray. That way that's a lot easier to take it off once you get it out of the oven.
And then in the oven for about how long?
15, 20 minutes, depending on how golden it is. And just lightly golden, then you take it out.
And then they're ready to go.
Yeah.
All right. And you have prepared some for us. And boy, do these look nice.
And these would be excellent for breakfast, a brunch. You could even use them as an appetizer.
And you like them with salsa?
I use a guacamole salsa.
A guacamole salsa, yeah.
And they pair really nicely together.
That sounds like a great dish. Yeah, nice versatile dish.
Yes.
Again, something special, but not all that hard to make.
Yeah.
The recipe is, of course, on our website and app. Head to the 207 section of newscentermaine.com. You'll find the recipe for the puff pastry scrambled eggs. You'll find more information on the Pryor House Bed and Breakfast in Bath, where Gwenda is in the kitchen. Thanks for coming into our kitchen. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Stay with us. We're going to return to 207 right after this break.